Hey, good afternoon, Thunder fans, and welcome back, this time to a sunny San Marcos for the second time today. This game will be played between your NB Thunder Varsity and the Brazos Christian Eagles. Thunder in their second game of action in the Pete Garza Invitational here at San Marcos Academy. Thunder fell to New Braunfels Christian 10-8 in this morning's game, which was marked by 50-degree temperatures and overcast skies, but those clouds have burned off since. We're up in the low 70s. It's a beautiful day for some baseball. And as baseball fans would say, let's play two. Thunder lost the toss for this game and will be the visiting team. They'll bat first, and they'll be facing the Eagles' Jack Williams on the mound warming up there. It'll be Zegers, Lerma, and Taylor, first three batters of the inning. Posey, Roston, and Fuentes, followed by Seeley, Cisak, and Campbell. Thunder still in contention to get into tomorrow's championship game, but they would need a lot of dominoes to fall perfectly. They certainly need a win here over Brazos Christian, and then Brazos Christian would have to turn around and defeat Valor in the last game of the Friday pool. But either way, Thunder could end up finishing anywhere from as high as first and as low as fifth. We won't know until they finish the day's play who they're playing tomorrow and when they're playing tomorrow, but we do know there will be one more game in this tournament after this one right here. Williams lining up for his last warm-up pitch. Throwing fastballs for sure. That one down in the dirt. Looks like he's got one more warm-up pitch. This should be a tough game for the Thunder. Brazos Christian comes in with a 3-0 record, 2 wins over Cumberland Christian. Don't really know a lot about them, but they do throw hard and fast around the diamond. I would expect a good battle here. We'll play 7 innings or 2 hours and 15 minutes, whichever happens first. And it looks like we're going to get started maybe about 2 minutes late. I've got 4:31 on my clock as the pitcher, Isaac Zegers, strolls to the plate. Zegers digs in. It's 4:32, and we are getting started. Under dugout already noisy before the first pitch. A called strike from Williams. Pitch is low, 1-1. Good cut by Zegers that time. Makes contact, but fouls it back against the backstop. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Zegers starting to adjust to the speed of the pitcher, Williams. Awkward delivery. Zegers gets the bat around on it and pulls it foul down the third base line. Next pitch is low and in the dirt. 2-2 now the count. Fastball and turned on by Zegers, played by the shortstop who scoops it up after a hop and makes the easy throw to first for the first out. Good contact by Zegers, but not enough to get out of the infield. And I would imagine that this Eagles defense is going to be a little stingy this afternoon. That'll bring up the second baseman, Paxton Lerma. Lerma pitched 2 innings this morning in relief and would have been in position to get the win. Thunder had the go-ahead run at the plate when the game ended after 4. I'm sure it stung a little of these boys to lose to the crosstown rival New Braunfels Christian in the opening game today. A 10-8 loss they took. Certainly played very well. A lot of hits, aggressive base running, and as I said, the tying run was at the plate when the game ended. Here's the lefty Lerma, 1-1 the count, 1 out here, top of the first inning. No score. High pitch over the catcher, over the umpire. Gets away from Williams. That one now overcorrected. He throws low and in the dirt, bounces across the plate. 3 balls on a strike now to Lerma. Lerma, just a freshman, has been a mainstay in the lineup so far this season, mostly playing second base, unless he's been pitching. Thunder have been relying on an entire staff without Israel Fuentes, who's been injured. He won't be back until next month. In the meantime, Lerma draws a walk, and Thunder have the first base runner aboard. 1 on, nobody out, and that'll bring up the shortstop, Pace Taylor. That throw also down in the dirt. Taylor, a patient hitter, lays off. Thunder in all black today. Worked out well this morning, but did get a little warm here in the afternoon hours. We expect a complete play just as the sun is setting. Good bat speed by Taylor as he gets around and slices it foul just in front of the first base dugout where the Thunder reside. There's a fastball, and again, Taylor just a little late. Fouls it to the far side of the dugout this time, but he's down 1-2 in the count. Austin Posey swings the bat on deck. Barring a double play, he'll get to the plate in his first inning. Taylor again, slightly late, fouls it toward the first base dugout. Having a nice little battle with Williams out there, who's throwing some heat for sure. Ball's low, and the runner goes. Slides in head first safely. Lerma advances to second on the wild pitch. Now the Thunder with a runner in scoring position for Taylor. They don't hold Lerma on, and he gets a good lead, but the fastball gets by Taylor, who strikes out swinging for the second out. Here's the first baseman, Posey. Posey was the starting pitcher in this morning's game. He'll be playing first base here today as he takes ball 1. Posey was 1 for 2 in this morning's game, scored a run, drove in a run, takes a strike there. Evens the count at 1-1. They're out to a big lead now as Posey fouls it back against the backstop. One ball, two strikes, two outs, top of the first. Runners at second. And 20 pitches already that they forced number 20 Williams to throw from the hill. This one a little more off speed, and Posey gets around on it a bit early, pulls it down the third base line, foul. Next pitch is high. Posey able to lay off 2-2. Looks like the middle infielders for the Eagles are pulled in toward the second base bag as they try to hold Lerma close. Nobody holding him on the bag, though. He's off to a good lead. That pitch is inside to Posey. Gets away from the catcher, Urban, and ends up base running by Lerma as he goes to third on the wild pitch. A walk and two wild pitches has Lerma at third and ready to score. If Posey can just make a little positive contact here. 3-2 now. Two outs. Something's going to happen here. Fastball outside, ball four, and Posey also draws the walk. A two-out walk for Dawson Posey. That'll bring up the center fielder, Kyler Roston.
Let's go, Kyler.
Another high fastball and a late strike call by the home plate umpire, which looked awfully high, much to the dismay of the Thunder faithful. Roston steps out, adjusts himself, and back into the left-handed batter's box. Paxton Lerma, the runner at third. Dawson Posey over at first. Fastball and another delayed called strike by the home plate umpire. Roston now behind 0-2. Big pitch here for Williams. Out of the stretch, delivers, and Roston with a swing and a miss. He'll go down for the third out and clutches his shoulder as he heads back. Maybe hurt himself a little bit there. That'll do it for the Thunder in the top of the first. We'll take a quick break and be right back with the Eagles half of the inning. Stay tuned. Back with you in San Marcos, Texas, at the campus of San Marcos Academy, headed to the bottom of the first here, where the Thunder are in the field. The visiting team in this Game 2 doubleheader. First day action at the Peter Garza Invitational. Brazos Christian will send Truett Goodike, Braden Minio, and Ty Urban to the plate here in the bottom of the first to face Isaac Zegers. Zegers is usually the Thunder catcher, but this time he's on the hill, and Israel Fuentes is moved behind the dish to catch for Zegers. Makes a stop on that pitch, low and in the dirt, and Goodike takes the ball to begin his at-bat. Good pitch by Zegers, little off speed, and the batter out in front of it, swing and a miss. Called strike that time, and now Zegers ahead in the count 1-2 against the leadoff hitter Truett Goodike. Zegers finally gets the call he wants. There's the pitch. Little break there. Goodike swings on it to third base. Campbell makes the catch, but overthrows first base. And now Goodike rounds first, headed to second. The throw there in time, but not cleanly played by Lerma. It'll be a two-base error for Goodike. That'll bring up a big lefty here. Number 8, Braden Minio, plays third base. He's got to be about 6'4", 6'5", huh? Big boy hitting from the left side of the plate. Runner at second. Waits with the bat in his front hand before cocking the bat and turning on the first pitch. Hits a foul into the Thunder dugout. Runner's going. Pitch is outside and in the dirt. He had plenty of time to get to third. One now to Minio. Campbell moves over to the bag to hold the runner close. Pitch is inside, 2-1. Big swing and a miss by the tall lefty. Looks like he came through and maybe connected the bat with Fuentes' helmet on his follow-through. Big looping swing. He was certainly swinging for the fences. Stands there with that bat in his right hand, almost inviting a pitch. This time he turns on one. It's up high and not going to get out of the infield. Lerma tracks it underneath it. Runner holds it third, and we've got one away. That'll bring up the catcher, Ty Urban. Nine pitches for Zegers through the first two batters. Trying to avoid that danger from the error to the first batter of the inning. Yes, Urban fishing for a pitch there. The Eagles batters will kind of stand very loose and relaxed until the pitcher comes towards his delivery, and then they'll really assume the traditional batting stance. Pitch inside, ball one. That pitch is low and away. 2-1 now the count to Urban. Seegers and Fuentes trying to settle into a little rhythm here. Seegers misses on the next offering. And Urban now facing a 3-1 pitch. This is the Eagles' three-hole hitter, so you can expect him to have the green light here, trying to score that run from third. Pitch is inside, ball four. That puts two aboard for the cleanup hitter, Joshua Caraway. Looks like they've called in a pinch runner over at first base for the Eagles, maybe a courtesy runner. Urban is the catcher, so we'll see how they play that as they come back out for defense. Runners on the move before the pitch is even out of Seeger's hand, and he knows that he kind of taps himself on the belly saying, my fault, my fault. Gives up the stolen base there. Reed Jackson is that runner, now at second base. There's that late strike call by our home plate ump. 1-1 now to Caraway. Fuentes gets the pitch call from pitching coach Brandon Elkey. Sends it in to Seegers, and the pitch is inside, 2-1. Caraway is the cleanup batter, but significantly smaller in stature than the rest of his predecessors. Takes another pitch inside. It'll be 3-1. Don't let that fool you, though. Size isn't everything in baseball. Goodike is at third. Reed Jackson, the runner, at second. Both out to a comfortable lead. Campbell on the third base bag, leaving a big hole on the left side of the infield. To the right-handed batter, he hits to third base, scooped up by Campbell, looks home, then decides to go to first in time, has the second out, and Posey quickly runs the ball back into the pitcher, Seegers. So the Eagles will score a run, but the Thunder will pick up the second out, and that'll bring up the DH, Jackson Caffey. Seegers misses with the first pitch. Two out and a runner at third, bottom of the first. Eagles now with a 1-0 lead over the Thunder. Off-speed pitch from Seegers, in there for a strike. Caffey, left-handed hitter, stands a little taller. can certainly clear away. This time he swings at a low pitch and drives it into the alley in right center. He's already on his way to second, looking for three. Throw comes in from Roston over the cutoff man, and he is going to coast in for a triple. Jackson Caffey with the hardest hit ball of the day, an RBI triple to right center. So here's the first baseman, Hudson Jacobus. Seegers pitches outside. Jacobus now pounds it through the hole in the left side of the infield, straight to the left fielder. A clean single, and another run scores for the Eagles. Three nothing our score. This is Isaiah Perkins, the right fielder. Runners on the move. Big throw from Fuentes. And it looks like it is collides with the runner as he slides into second, gets away from the fielders, but the runner cannot advance beyond second. A clean stolen base. Big throw from Fuentes behind the plate. Seegers, without picking up his lead foot, just turns and fires to second. Lerma's covering, but not in time to pick off the runner. Two down here. Thunder trail 3-0 in the bottom of the first. Big fastball to Perkins inside. Perkins wiggles the bat as he waits the delivery. Bounces just off to the side of the plate and into the glove of Fuentes. Fuentes doing a great job stopping those pitches that are low. 2-1, the referee tells us. That one low and away for ball three. Here comes a 3-1 pitch to Perkins. Thunder already down 3-0 in the early going to this one. Pitch is high and tight. Ball four taken by the batter. Perkins trots down to first. That'll put two aboard for Cam Komar. Coach Brandon Elke heads out to talk with his pitcher and catcher. 29 pitches tossed by Seegers thus far in the first inning. Williams threw 27 in the top half of the inning, but got out of the jam and didn't give up a run. Thunder haven't had as much luck. Elke and the battery have their strategy worked out, and they will reset the pitch to Komar here, a right-handed hitter. Under lead at second for Jacobus. That pitch hits the plate and bounces high up against the backstop. Easy advancement for both runners. Just an awkward bounce off the plate. Not a lot that Fuentes could do with that one. Will be scored as a wild pitch. Both runners advance. Breaking pitch outside. Misses 2-0, and Fuentes tries to pick off the runner at third. He's got a strong arm there, but the runner saw it coming. Good pitch there by Seegers. Put a little mustard on it as it broke to the outside of the hitter. Swing and a miss. 2 balls and a strike now to Cam Komar. 2 aboard. Thunder trail 3-0, looking to get out of the jam here. Off-speed pitch hits Komar in the back foot, and he will trot down to first base, an empty first base, so not much of a surrender there, but certainly didn't want to let the hitter off the hook. So the pitcher, Williams, is due to hit, but it looks like we're going to have a substitute hitter here as the manager comes out. This is going to be number 0 for Emery Faulkner. The rare preceding 0 on his jersey. So Faulkner gets the call with bases loaded. Good pitch. First pitch hit right back at Seegers, who scoops it right up. Trots towards first, and the underhand toss to Dawson Posey records the final out of the inning. 1-3. 3-0 our score after 1. We'll be right back after this break. Top of the second here in San Marcos. Thunder down 3-0. It'll be Fuentes, Seeley, and Cisak to hit in the top of the second. 35 minutes it took for that first inning. We'll keep a loose eye on the clock. 2:15 is the time we're allotted for each game in pool play to keep the tournament and everything on time. You see head coach Zach Taylor hustling into his position over in the third base coaching box as Israel Fuentes, the lefty, steps in. Fuentes, a freshman, has played a bit of first base but catches when Zegers goes to pitch. Very well-rounded baseball player. Fastball from Williams up high. He has got some velocity on that pitch. Another fastball misses high. Fuentes ahead in the count 2-0. Off speed this time, again high. Fuentes content to force Williams to throw strikes, and Urban, the catcher, heads out to get things worked out with his pitcher. Thunder will come back up to San Marcos tomorrow and play one more. The opponent's still unknown at this point as we're waiting on pool play to finish for the day. This is the fourth of 5 games scheduled for the day. And following this one, Brazos Christian will stay in that third base dugout and play Valor of South Austin, and we'll get a feel for where everybody's going to fall in the order. Thunder have the possibility of still falling anywhere from first to fifth as Fuentes watches ball 4 go by. A leadoff walk for the Thunder here in the top of the second. That brings up Gavin Seeley. Seeley with 2 bloop singles in the first game today. Went 2 for 3 at the plate. That pitch is down in the dirt. Good stop by Urban, the catcher. Prevents Fuentes from moving. Seeley with his pants pulled up over his knees in the long purple socks. Pitch is high, but Seeley can't lay off. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Ready.
Now he leans into that back foot, cocks his bat, and chases a pitch away. 1-2. Fuentes off to a short 2-step lead. Pitches inside. Williams from the stretch. High leg kick, off-speed pitch. Little drag bunt by Seeley. 5-4, and Seeley just beats the throw. Looks like it pulled the first baseman off the bag just a bit. It'll go in the scorebook as a fielder's choice. Almost got away with that one. Logan Cisak, the left fielder and left-handed hitter now, replaces Seeley at the plate. Beautiful fastball from Williams right in the zone. Called strike on Cisak. Cisak just the opposite of Seeley. He's got those pants pulled all the way down, covering up most of those purple socks. 3-0 our score. Top of second inning here in San Marcos. We are playing in the Peter Garza Invitational, hosted by San Marcos Academy. Thunder go down 10-8 in their first game today to New Braunfels Christian. Looking to rebound here against Brazos Christian, but a strong Brazos Christian team. Really strong pitcher up there on the hill, but that one's in the dirt. 1-1 the count, one out, and a runner at first. Late kick in the delivery, and Cisak gets the bat around just a touch late. Fouls it toward the third base dugout. Best contact of the day for Logan Cisak. He struck out in his only plate appearance in this morning's game. Pitch was inside. Said he did not go. Okay, so Cisak ran to first, unsure if the call was a strike or a ball. It was indeed a ball, so he's going to have to come back and hit. But either way, it's in the dirt, and Seeley advances to second base. 2-2 now the count. One out, one on. Seeley now walks back to the second base bag. Now gets his lead. Nobody covering, nobody to hold him close. There's that high leg kick and a high pitch by Williams. Misses up out of the zone. Cisak battles his way to a full count. Oh, that looked like a balk, and it was a balk. He threw it into the outfield, but that was an awkward turn with a leg kick. Second balk call for the Thunder today. Seeley will advance to third. Yeah, that pitcher's got to step off the rubber with his back foot before he turns to make that throw. Otherwise, his step has to be in the direction of the base or it's a balk. And that was an awkward looking step. Looked like it went more towards left center field as he threw the ball into right center field. Really awkward pickoff move. Seeley is the willing recipient as he advances to third. Full count now to Cisak. Pitch is low, and that's ball four. So 2 walks issued by Williams here in the second inning. And that puts 2 aboard with 1 out for Declan Campbell. But not before the Eagles are going to call a mound conference and figure out what the next play is. Figure out how they want to defend these runners at the corners with just 1 out. Seeley's got some speed there at third. Not too sure about Cisak. He's been playing left field, starting in left field for the Thunder most of the season, so he's got a little bit of range. He gets some instruction from first base coach Mike Posey. Home plate umpires decided this conference has gone on long enough. No need to call a meeting when you can solve it with an email. Two on and 1 out for Declan Campbell. Campbell, like Seeley, has those pants pulled up to the knees and the long purple socks. That pitch is in the dirt, bounces off the plate for a ball. Great stop by Urban. Took that off the chest protector and didn't even flinch. That's a better pitch and a late called strike just above the knees as it crossed the plate on Declan Campbell. 1 ball, 1 strike to the Thunder third baseman. Runners at the corners. So far, there goes Cisak. And they're going to throw to third. The throw gets away from the third baseman, backed up by the shortstop before Seeley can move off the bag. Cisak takes second base cleanly. Pitch to Campbell was a ball. So 2-1 is the count. Runners at second and third. Just one down here for the Thunder in the top of the second. Campbell represents the tying run at the plate. Off-speed pitch is high, but a called strike by the home plate umpire. He's got a much bigger strike zone than the umpire we have this morning. Might be the same guy. Maybe he's just widened that zone. Not exactly sure behind that mask. But nevertheless, Campbell's at 2-2. Cusack with a big lead. Seeley with a big lead at third. Campbell turns out of the way of ball three. Looks like it might have brushed a loose sleeve. Count is full for Campbell. Down in the dirt, stopped by Urban, but that's going to be ball four for Campbell. That'll load him up. Campbell draws the full count walk. And we'll go back to the top of the Thunder order for Isaac Zegers, as it looks like we're going to have another mound visit from the Eagles dugout, and that might do it for our pitcher, Jack Williams. Looks like we've got a new player coming in. We'll take a quick break and get you those defensive subs right after this. Pitching change for the Eagles now. The shortstop, Cam Komar, comes on to pitch. Williams faced 9 batters. So far hasn't given up a run, but has 3 he's responsible for still on base. The right fielder, Perkins, now slides over to play short. And Reed Jackson, who ran for Williams in the first, goes to right. So the shift defensively for the Eagles, and they'll see if that can stymie Isaac Zegers here to bat with 1 out and the bases loaded. Takes ball 1, low and away. Nowhere near the same amount of speed from Komar that Williams had, but again, speed's not everything. You got to throw strikes. Second pitch, double play ball, and they got him. Zegers thought he beat the throw, but not in time. 5-4-3 double play to end the inning on the second pitch by Komar and get out of the jam. We'll be back with the bottom of the second after this break. Welcome back to San Marcos, Texas. Headed to the bottom of the second, where the Thunder trail 3-0 in the second game of today's doubleheader action. As Zegers continues to warm up, we'll take this opportunity to give a quick shout out to today's game sponsor, TLT Construction. Thank you so much for your support of Thunder Baseball. We'll be back at the top of the order for the Eagles in the bottom of the second. It'll be Goodike, Minio, and Urban. Zegers on 34 pitches coming into this inning. The right-handed Goodike steps in and ready to begin the Eagles' half of the inning. As he relays the call into Fuentes, who sends it to Zegers, frames up the pitch beautifully, but not good enough to earn the call from the home plate umpire. 1-0 our count, 3-0 our score, bottom of the second. That pitch is inside. Sun starting to dip beyond the first base dugout here at San Marcos Academy. Goodike just lets the bat rest as the pitch crosses the plate right through the zone. Called strike. Looks like he had the take sign on that one as they want to work Zegers a little deeper into the pitch count. Now he's got the bat ready and pulls the trigger, but cannot make contact. And just like that, Zegers is even 2-2. Pitch a little slower and outside, and the count goes full on Goodike. This would be a big out for Zegers if he can get it. But the pitch is high, and that'll send Goodike to first with a free pass. Here's the gargantuan Minio after the leadoff walk. He's got to be a good head taller than the home plate umpire who's standing upright. That's from the left side. Pitch by Zegers just misses inside. Hard to miss that big strike zone of Minio. So balk is called. Zegers tried to pick him off at first. A lot of arguing coming from the crowd, and now the umpires are going to confer. Balk was called by the home plate umpire, and the call will stand. Goodike goes to second. Zegers thought he was off the rubber. Umpire says his foot dragged the rubber. So we've seen a balk both ways. This time Zegers delivers the pitch, but misses for ball two. Taylor trying to hold the runner at second. Runner's going to go. Pitch is in the dirt, and he'll go in cleanly. And he's coming. Rounds third, gets about halfway down the baseline before the alarm bells sound, and Fuentes corrals the ball, gets it back to Zegers, and pushes the runner, Goodike, back to third. Scored a stolen base because he was running on the pitch. And I did that last time too. That leadoff hitter was on third before we knew it. Came in to score the first run of the game. Minio tosses his bat to the dugout thinking he had a walk. He's going to have to walk over there and retrieve it. It's a late called strike by our home plate umpire. 3-1 the count, nobody out. Bottom of the second inning. Eagles lead the Thunder 3-0. And another one ahead. Ball's in the dirt. It hit him in the foot, so not going to allow the runner from third to come on the wild pitch. Instead, it'll be scored a hit by pitch, and it'll put runners at the corners for the Eagles. It was actually fortunate that it hit him in the foot because it would have been ball four, but the runner from third could have come home on the play. Instead, he's got to hold. And before we go any further, Coach Zach Taylor is going to go out and talk to Zegers. He brings in the whole infield as they'll figure out how they want to play this situation. Nobody out and runners at the corners. So Zegers heads to the dugout. Looks like that's going to be a day for him after 45 pitches. He faces 11 batters, gives up 3 runs. He's responsible for perhaps 2 more that are out on the base paths. And it looks like Paxton Lerma is going to come in to pitch. Lerma threw 2 innings this morning already. We'll take a quick break while Lerma warms up. Stick with us. You're watching Thunder Baseball on Thunder TV. Paxton Lerma is the new pitcher for the Thunder. Still working on his warm-up pitches, and Zegers has assumed the catcher's gear. He's behind the dish. Looks like Israel Fuentes will move to first base. Dawson Posey moves to third, and Declan Campbell to second. So no change in the lineup, just a defensive shift for the Thunder as Lerma steps in to face the Eagles catcher, Ty Urban. Nobody out, 2 on, bottom of the second inning. Both runners the responsibility of Zegers, but as any good teammate, just takes that responsibility upon himself. Lerma's going to do that here. Pitch is high and inside, and Minio will head down to second base uncontested. Another pitch is high. Zegers pulls it back in. It's off his glove. Arma threw 2 innings this morning against New Braunfels Christian. Gave up 5 runs in the third inning. Didn't give up a run in the fourth. That pitch low and away. Falls behind 3-0 on Urban. Loop and delivery. Urban swings on it. It's bending foul down the first base line and does go foul. Urban not about to sit on a walk. Looking to get a hit with 2 runners out there. Here's a 3-1 pitch on the way. And time called. Probably a good thing for the Thunder defense, as Fuentes was a little slow getting back to first base after chasing down that fastball. Now they've got the defense set. Standard depth. Pitches in the dirt, blocked by Zegers, and that'll be ball 4 to Urban. So bases loaded. Here's the cleanup hitter, Joshua Caraway. Grounded out to third in his first at bat, but drove in a run. Looks like we're going to have another courtesy runner. That looks like it's Jess Conley now running for Urban at first. Second pitch, driven down the third base line, and it's fair. Just over the bag. 1 run scores, 2 runs will score. They'll hold the next runner at second. And a beautiful piece of hitting there by Caraway to drive in 2 on the single down the line. So that puts the Eagles up 5-0 as Jackson Caffey steps to the plate. Drilled a triple into the right field alley last time up. Takes the first pitch for a ball. He'll step out and try again. Pitch just misses 2-0 now. They got him in a rundown. No, and he calls time. The home plate umpire calls time. He's calling interference. He was yelling. Batter's interference on the pickoff. Wow, beautiful loud explanation by our home plate umpire. Zegers went to pick the runner off at first. The batter interfered. The batter is called out, but the runners will return to first and second. And that goes in the scorebook as a unassisted putout to the catcher. Fortunate break there for the Thunder. It wouldn't have mattered. Zegers had him on the throw. They had the runner in a rundown, so they were going to get an out somewhere. Just didn't really know who would be on the base paths and where they would end up. But Thunder will take it now. 1 out, two runners aboard. And the first baseman, Hudson Jacobus, steps to the plate. 5-0 our score, bottom of the second, 1 out. Irma checks the runners and delivers the pitch low, ball 1. Jess Conley is the runner at second base. Joshua Caraway at first. And Hudson Jacobus is the batter. Breaking pitch in there for a strike. A beautiful pitch. Earned some cat calls from the crowd. This pitch a little tighter, down in the dirt. Fished out by Zegers. He fakes the pickoff throw and then sends it back to the mound. The Eagles definitely aware now that Zegers can throw the ball around the diamond. They're holding Caraway close at first. Nobody covering second. The pinch runner Conley not out to a large lead, though. Zegers frames up that pitch, and the umpire, no problem, calling the strike. 2-2 now, the count to Jacobus. Breaking pitch. Hit straight back to Lerma, makes a quick play, plays it first. Both runners advance, but the Thunder pick up the second out of the inning. Jacobus goes down 1-3. Runners at second and third for the shortstop, Isaiah Perkins. Lerma, the right-handed pitcher, throws to third to hold the runner close. We've had a ball called both ways in both games today, actually. Umpire staying busy. High looping pitch misses upstairs. Another pitch high, 2-0 now the count. That sun continuing to dip is starting to create a little bit of a shadow that'll be creeping across the plate here in about 10 minutes. Behind the first base dugout. Low swing by Perkins, fielded by Posey, and in time at first for the third out of the inning. No run will score on that play. Perkins goes down 5-3. Eagles push across 2 in the bottom of the second, and they lead 5-0. We'll take a quick break. Stick with us. You're watching Thunder Baseball on Thunder TV. Top of the third here in San Marcos. Thunder trail the Brazos Christian Eagles 5-0. And the pitcher, Paxton Lerma, will step in to face Cam Komar. Komar threw just 2 pitches to get out of the last inning. This will be the first time the Thunder have really seen what he has to offer. Lerma, the left-handed batter, hitting in the 2-hole, takes the first pitch for a ball. Time called. Home plate umpire does a little tap dance to clean off the home plate. That home plate not secured in the ground here, so a little awkwardness with that. We saw it come up earlier and a couple balls bounce off of it as Lerma takes a big cut for strike 1. That shadow now starting to creep ever closer to the plate, already falling across the top of the vision of the umpire. We'll see if that affects the batters as the ball will come from sunshine to shade in just a moment. Still clean for the left-handed Lerma, though. He's ahead 2-1 in the count. Suddenly, the Thunder dugout is shaken awake. Lerma swings on it, and it's in the middle, but caught by the center fielder who was charging in shallow center field. Beautiful defensive play. Lerma retired for the first out of the third. Here's Pace Taylor. His long black pants pulled all the way down. You can't even tell if he's wearing socks. He turns on the first pitch, goes to left field. Left fielder charges in, slides, and cannot make the catch. That's going to be a clean single for Taylor. A first pitch single. And quickly, Dawson Posey settles into the batter's box. Speedy Pace Taylor gets a 3-step lead from first. Pitch is in the dirt. Taylor holds. It's a good stop by Urban, who's just been a wall back there behind the dish. Quick pitch by Komar, called strike. Taylor's going and slides in under the tag safely. It's a good throw by Urban. Now Posey has a runner in scoring position. He's got to get a pitch to hit first. That one's blowing away. 2-1 the count. Ball's in the dirt, and there goes Taylor. He's going to have a third base standing up. Now, scoring run is just 90 feet away. Posey gets a late strike call on what looked like ball 4, up and away. Now the catcher goes out and picks up the home plate. That should not be allowed. He's trying to clean the dirt off of it, but he changes the positioning of it. Posey swings at this one, pops it up to second base. Taylor has to hold, and there are 2 away. Here's the center fielder, Kyler Austin, with 2 down and a runner at third. Thunder looking to score for the first time in this one. Austin takes the first pitch for a ball. An hour and 45 minutes we've been playing already. 1 hour and 15 minutes rather in a 2 hour and 15-minute game. So just about an hour left to play in this one. Doesn't look like we'll get through 7. Roston swings at the next offering, 1-1. Two on the count to Kyler Roston. Pace Taylor, the runner at third. There's the pitch from Komar, low, and Urban tried to pull it up and frame it, but not happening. Roston loads up the power on that back foot, lets the ball go high, looks at the umpire, waits for the call, gets it, and he will walk to first. Izzy Fuentes started the game at catcher, now playing first base. Digs in the left-handed hitter's batter's box and swings at the first pitch, drives it into right field. They're going to try to get him at no, they can't get him at first. They would have had to play at first, but decide to go home. That isn't anywhere in time to get the speedy Pace Taylor. And the Thunder have their first run of the ball game, a 2-out RBI single by Israel Fuentes. Interesting defensive choice there. They could have had to play at first from right field had they chosen to take it. Instead, they try to prevent the run, and it doesn't work. And so now 2 aboard for Gavin Seeley with 2 outs. He takes the pitch high, ball 1. Fuentes at first, Roston at second. Israel Fuentes breaks up the shutout. Second pitch is swung on by Seeley, driven into center field. And Goodike shuffles underneath it to record the out. Third out of the inning, and that'll do it for the Thunder in the top of the third. We'll be right back. You're watching Thunder Baseball on Thunder TV. Today's game brought to you in part by TLT Construction, Kid Roofing, and Cowboy Plumbing. We'd like to thank our sponsors for their continued support of Thunder Baseball. Bottom of the third here in San Marcos. Thunder down 5-1 as the Eagles will bat in the bottom half of the inning. The pitcher, Cam Komar, to start things off. Paxton Lerma's first pitch is a little high, ball 1. Same pitch, same result. Lerma still with good speed on his pitches after throwing 2 innings this morning. That one even a little higher, and yet to throw a strike here in this inning to his opposing pitcher. Better pitch, but still misses high. Komar walks on 4 straight pitches. And Elke will head out to talk to his pitcher before the next batter, Reed Jackson, steps in. Conference is over. Elke's given the commands to Lerma. Now nobody out, 1 on, and Reed Jackson is the batter. Jackson pinch ran for Urban in the first inning, then came in to play right field after the pitching change. Pickoff throw over to first. Corralled in by Fuentes. Kept that from getting away from him and allowing the runner to go. That shadow now from the first base dugout covering up the catcher now. They really want to keep this pitcher. They either want to keep him close or they want to force him to dive in the dirt 2 or 3 more times before he gets to go back out there and pitch. Either way, it's a good strategy, but they are holding him tight. Fastball from Lerma, called strike. Second pitch on the way is a beauty. Another called strike. Jackson sits with the bat on his shoulder as Lerma just throws it right through the zone. He's ahead 0-2 here. 2-step lead for Komar at first. Lerma doesn't look, but delivers another beautiful pitch and can't get the call. Seegers framed it up nicely. Keep an eye on that shadow as it starts to move across the plate. That'll affect everybody's vision, the catchers, the umpires, and the batters. High, breaking ball, called strike 3. Seegers throws down to stop the runner from advancing. Not going to do that. Good throw by Seegers. Jackson goes down for the first out. And at the top of the order, here's the center fielder, Truett Goodike. Goodike early on the pitch. Hits it down the left field foul. Goodike is a good-looking ball player. He's got speed, hits hard, plays out in center field. Has made a couple of good defensive plays, showed off his range, coming in to make a catch in shallow center. He's 0 for 1 today with a walk, but has reached both times. Got on by air. That pitch is down in the dirt, and Komar will cruise into third. One the count now to Goodike. Runner at third. Under down 5-1. Looking to climb back into this one. The pitch is again in the dirt. We're going to have a play at the plate. Seeger slides, fires it in there, and a head first slide by Komar. He's in to score. Scored a wild pitch. 6-1 now our score. And the base paths are empty for Goodike. Ahead in the count 2-1, make it 3-1. Breaking pitch Bounces in front of the plate, and Goodike will head to first quickly. And he's going for second. And he's going to get there uncontested. Seeger's a little slow in ball retrieval. You had a feeling when Goodike headed down toward first in a hurry after drawing the walk that he had his eye on second, and he indeed did. He's already shown off his speed here today several times. Here's big Braden Minio. Stands there with that bat in his front hand, finally pulls it back and ready to swing. Lerma checks the runner. Delivery's a beauty. Fastball for a strike. One run in, one runner on, one out here. There goes Goodike. Pitches a ball, clean throw from Zegers, but not in time. Goodike now with 4 stolen bases in the game. He is just running all over the place. Pitch in the dirt. Good stop by Zegers. "34 pitches now from Paxton Lerma. Behind 2-1 to Braden Minio. Fastball turned on by Minio, hit to the second baseman. Campbell to Fuentes for the out, but drives in the run. The Eagles content to trade outs for runs here with a 7-1 lead. So 2 away, and the catcher Ty Urban is the batter. Pitch is short, bounces in the dirt and past Zegers, ball 1. Seven one our score, bottom of 3. Thunder only able to get in 4 innings in the opening game today before it was called on time. We are approaching 6 o'clock in this 4:30 game, so about an hour and a half in with 45 minutes to play. We should get at least 1 more inning in, depending on how long it lasts. But Lerman's going to have to throw some strikes to make that happen. That one's low, and 3-0 is the count to the catcher Ty Urban. Urban with 2 walks in his previous 2 plate appearances and looking to walk for a third time here. This time pulls the trigger on a fastball, which is hit to right field. Bounces in front of Seeley. He'll throw it in.
Nothing happened good for Candy until it was too late, and that was pure age. His sister, and his daughter, nothing like her sister.
Well, that's the only time she finally had somebody in her corner
That's right.
that could actually do something.
Troy was all she was stuck back.
Yeah, they did. I bet if they'd known how bad it was, I didn't know.
We thought they claimed it. I did. Yeah, at night, she talked to me and said, get back to the hospital. Yeah, I can't breathe. It sounds like it's your heart. If your arm and your chest are hurting, it's your heart. Well, that was a few hours later.
That's last time we talked to her. would never be able to find it.
It would have been so much better off.
Could have been. And now,
I think that was
well, she pays child support now, but she's trying to get it reduced.
It's more expensive.
She doesn't show up for visitation. She said supervised visits. The ice cream is what I heard, and it was so much worse. It was so much worse that Kara got her rights.
Get it!
She could have had her kids back a long time
There
ago.
you go.
And you could straighten yourself out.
Oh, get him! Get him!
Jack's like mother.
Get him!
What we should do is
Here, Trevor!
They're so happy.
never had adopted, soon to be adopted, or it's the other two foster care person that does so well with the children. Not just popular. Yeah.
Other ones.
Well, she does the clothes, she does the chiropractor, she does the
Oh, look at it.
no glue, all that stuff. The activities, the outdoors. They had no the twins were they put them in their car seats. And so he takes the hand away. It's going to be screwed up.
Hell yeah.
The way he was looking.
Yeah.
Justin probably likes being in the broken chair and kicking around and having fun.
Shines as the fall.
Yeah, it's good.
Everybody run, 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 run.
The older one, Leonie,
Okay, okay.
she's still not talking. She's
Feel all right.
He's
Still nonverbal.
Yep. I'm sure they're on it because they have all kinds of programs.
Oh, now.
Whatever they tell her and whatever she asks for. He didn't even know. He didn't know that. Nobody told him about that. I don't miss the because I get distracted. I know they should.
A little longer.
The brackets over there.
But
Oh, I see. Of course. Just a little bit. A little longer. 55 or something like that. That makes me old. Makes me feel old.
Yeah, me too.
I know, I'm gonna be like 140. Pretty sick with that old. Not really. I don't feel old. Just like 49. I feel like she's
49 isn't that old. 55 sounds old.
Get a bait.
my friends are. She's gonna be a someone qualify for any or
And you don't want to go with them anymore.
they've been sending photo stuff since he was 16.
They have me mixed up with some old person.
Ever since Chris died, they've been sending him stuff.
Do it again.
He doesn't write to them.
No, I called him once and they just have your mailing list. He's 16.
They've still done all this stuff.
Oh, yeah. I'm so glad he moved back to Texas before COVID.
Oh, you go?
I'm glad he chose not his
Somebody might have
really like really good. He's genuinely interested in
Yeah.
filmmaking. But it's actually in his sleeves. I was like, oh.
That's good.
I was like, what's an adult doing? Like, doesn't just act like he's like a servant.
Yeah. Because he's been a server.
Good job.
You might have seen Lance doing some of that too.
Lamp does that all the time now.
Yeah.
He's good at that.
When
Dakota's really good at that.
When Carly was about 3, he was in the sound booth with his dad in the junior high school room. When he was working the soundboard, he was watching the guest speaker. And so when Mr. Steve came up to talk to Lance, and Carly got him down in his chair. And there was a wall, and he said, "So, Mr. Steele, how do you think you did up there?" Well, I think I did okay. Well, good. And he walked out. Can you imagine that guy had to look at him?
Probably told about that. That's probably the only song. This tiny kid just.
Yeah. 3-year-old just wondering whether he's good to get her.
Get up there. I'd have cried.
It's up. It's out. Zeke, go get that ball.
So, really old has been before. I think it was maybe Mickey Dan or Jordan there. This older lady from the Michelle Network. This is how the kid looked in Love Dan and he's just so picky. He's like, nope.
Yeah, so good. Good.
Is he ever married? And then he had another one and I forgot her name. At least two.
When you're with the kids.
He talks about him.
You what?
I don't want to
She died?
No, they're still good friends. They're just good friends. They're still, I'll keep up with both of them.
Away.
Friendly.
He's that kind of guy, I guess.
Sit next to desk.
There you go.
What did you do to him before that? What did you do to him before that? Still another at-bat. Still another at-bat.
He's quiet, bro. I do not want to hear what happened.
Hey.
There you go.
they doing them equal, like they're supposed to do back and forth or something?
Well, I had a broken tip with one of my sister's and it hurt. I called and I'm like, hey, okay, you know, it doesn't hurt, but I need to come back. So I went in and he said, let's just go through. We're going down the other. Like, how much you got? And so let's do it.
Or she gave you the monthly price for how many years?
Pitch.
Oh. 11 a month? What?
I'm getting now. Sit him
I
down.
wasn't a root canal or anything. I just took those pills and filled it through and got
Oh.
my insurance covered like
What is in there?
Did they cover your mouth?
There it is.
A little smaller than that.
I didn't no, but they took it all out and put the new stuff in. So I got two You guys were laughing. I'm like,
I was there.
I remember, maybe that happened to you, but I remember her talked around and she started laughing. You have a problem.
Omar, first pitch.
Ready the ball fake.
She was laughing and I was trying to fasten it back to my mouth. I said, what's the matter? Look at her. She couldn't breathe. She was There's another wall. That's just one wall. She's measuring this one line.
And Dawson.
That's terrible looking.
Yeah.
I forgot what that
I saw two. Yeah.
You want to sit on this?
I already saw this.
No, I'm okay.
Where's the baseball board?
Which side is the bills on? Do you know? Which side is the bills on?
I don't know. I haven't used that.
The camera leg.
Okay, ready, Dawson. Scoreboard with it if it's not on that corner.
out of order sign on the door, and then you're gonna have to put a unisex sign on the outside. And then call Greg and let him know.
Come on, James.
Okay. Great. Thanks. That's a fun Friday night. Appreciate it. I can text. I'll call Greg. Love you. Bye. I'm assuming it's the one on the same ball. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah. I want to make sure.